going to start the new year. So in that we are just starting the chapter number 1, that is plants and animals. So what is first of all plants and what is first of all animals? We all know that what are plants and what are animals. Okay students, so here they are just categorized into their different characteristics. Let us see one by one all the characteristics of them. See here, you have seen in earlier classes that there are thousands of species of both plants and animals. Animals and plants are living things. As living things, they have certain common features. At the same time, they also differ in some way. Okay students, so here first of all talking about the characteristic features of plants and animals. Characteristic features of plants and animals. Okay, so here the first one, that is all plants and animals breathe. All plants and animals breathe. Okay, the first one, the characteristic features of plants and animals, that is all plants and animals breathe. Okay, some breathe through their lungs, some breathe through their gills, and they have different organs of breathing. Some breathe through their skin. Okay, now moving towards the second one, that is they grow in size. They grow in size. Okay, they grow in size. So we all know that when we just are born, we are too small, and then after as the age is going on, our body just develops. Okay, so we just grow in size. In that way, the plants and animals also grow in size. As we know, if we just plant a crop, okay, then after we just water it and it gets the sunlight, and then after the plant is small, and then after it becomes bigger and bigger. Okay, so they grow in size. And also we have seen, if we just talk about the dog, then the puppies of the dog are too small, and then after as the age go on, they just develop their body, so they grow in size. Okay, then after that is they fill and respond to a stimuli. They feel and respond to a stimulus. Okay, so what is it? If we just throw a stone to the dog, then what the dog do? We all know that what the dog do. Okay, if we just do anything with the plant, and then they give an equal response of it. But the plant has not the special organs to feel and do something. But what the animals just respond quickly to the some of the stimulus. Okay, then after fourth one, that is they need food. Okay, so we all know that all the living beings need food. Without food, they can't live. Okay, so here, if we just talk about the animals, then we know that animals take the food by their mouth. But now we just talk about the plants. So how the plants take in food? We all know that plants produce their food by their own. How? In presence of sunlight. With help of they just take in the water through their roots and they prepare their food. That process is known as the photosynthesis process. Okay, they take in carbon dioxide, water, and in presence of the sun they produce their food and gives us oxygen. Okay, students, so they prepare their food by their own. Then after moving further, that is fifth one, they move. They move. But here it is written in the bracket. Parts of plants show slight movement. Okay, so here in the they move. So here how the animals move? Animals move with the help of their legs, but plants can't move from one place to the another place because they are permanent at the place. But if in some of the cases plant moves, but how moves? Due to nowadays, before just few days, we all know that we have just a Vavajoda. Okay, in that we have seen that plants just fall down and they are moving, but they are not moving by themselves. They are moving due to the force of the wind. So we can't say that the plants are moving. Okay. Then after here they move. Parts of the plant show a slight movement. Yes, we all know that animals just move with for their shelter, food, and that all. Animals move, but plants do not move. But their branches and some of the parts of the plants move due to the wind. We have just seen if you have a tree around your house, then if there is a heavy wind or a slight wind, you can see how much. If it is a slight wind, then you can see how the parts are moving, and if it is a heavy wind, then you can also see how the parts are moving. Now here, sixth one. They produce young ones of their own kind. Okay, they produce young ones of their own kind. Okay, students. Now, how can we do that? See here, animals. We know that animals just produce their own. If we just talk about the dog, then dog will produce the dog only. They reproduce the dog. Okay. In that way, they will produce their young one of their own kind only, not the another. Okay. In that way, the plant, if the seed of the plant just fall and just move away from it, and if the seed is grown, then it will grow into that tree from which the seed was fallen. Okay. Then after here we just move towards the seventh one. They die. Okay, they die. So we all know that after some age, we all just know that we just all have some specific age, and then after we can't live. It is the rule of the God. And then after, in that way also the plants and animals, if we just talk about the plants and animals, So we all know that animals have some specific age, and then after they can't live, or the animals are eaten by some of the other animals. In that way, the plants, how the plants get death? They don't get death, but due to some reason, some weather condition, the plants get death. Okay, so let us revise this all the things again. So the characteristic features of plants and animals. So the first one, that is all plants and animals breathe. We all know that if I just take an example of human being, so we all know that we breathe through the nose. So what happens? We inhale and exhale the air. The oxygen reach air inside the body and carbon dioxide reach air outside the body through the nose. Okay, and then after the respiratory system works on it, and that we will see in the further classes. Then after here, second one, that is they grow in size. Okay, so we all know that as the human grow in size, the animals and the plants also grow in the size. Okay, students, and then after third one, they feel and respond to a stimulus. We all know that if here what happens, if we all know that when the school is start, then after when the bell rings of the recess, okay, then what happens, all just move to the stairs and go down to the ground. So in that, some of the friends, mischief friends are there. What they do, they just push some of the friends, and they feel, how they feel, that will come to any of the teacher and say that he pushes me or she pushes me. Okay, so that is the feel and respond to a stimulus. And moving towards the fourth one, that is they need food. We all know that all the living beings need food to survive on the earth, but plants make their food by their own. Okay, but animals have to search of their food. Animals have to search for their food. Okay, then after they move, but here parts of the plant show a slight movement. So the plants doesn't move from one place to the another place, but its the parts of the plants move due to the air. Okay, then after animals, yes, here animals also move from one place to the another place for their shelter, their food and other things. Then after, here it is sixth one, they produce young ones of their own kind only. Okay, so we all know that human just reproduce the human only. In that way, the animal will produce their animal only, and there will be a specific. Okay, dog will produce the dog. The cat will produce the cat. In that way, all will produce their own kind only. In that way, the plants will produce by their own only. If there is a mango tree, from that the mango seed just fall down, and then after due to the wind, the mango seed go some far off it, and then after the seed grow, then it will grow into a mango tree only. It will not grow to the neem tree or any other. Then after they die. So we all know that all the living things at one day they have to die. In that way, the animals and plants also die. Okay. So here it is some of the characteristic features of plants and animals. Okay, students. Then after moving towards the second topic, that is difference. Okay. Let us see that difference between plants and animals. difference between plants and animals. Okay, difference between plants and animals. So here let us see one by one all the difference of plants and animals. So here it will be plants and here it will be animals. Okay, so the first one, that is all plants, sorry, almost all the plants breathe through tiny hole called stomata, found in leaves. Okay, found in the leaves. In that way, the animals, that is different animals, breathe through different parts of the body, such as nose, lungs, gills, air holes, or skin. Okay, so here the first difference, that is almost all the plants breathe through their tiny holes called stomata found in the leaves. So here how the plants breathe. So during the daytime, what happens? There are in the leaves, there are small tiny holes in the leaves that are known as the stomata that are found in the leaves. So there are the small holes from which the plants breathe. But here if we just take the animals, so and different animals breathe through different parts of the body such as nose, lungs, gills, air holes or skin. So we all know that here if we just talk about the human being, then we know that human being breathes through the nose. And if we just take some of the other animals, and if I say the dog also breathes through the nose. And then after lungs, so there are some of the specific aquatic animals which breathe through their lungs. If I take the example, then the whale, they just breathe through their lungs. Then after gills, they are found in the fish. So fish breathes through their gill. So what happens in the fish? If we see here, so if I say this is a fish, no, I can't say this is a fish. We will draw it again. So here, we can say this is a fish. I think it's good. So here, so the part which is over here, that is known as the gills. So how the fish breathe? So what happens? From there, here it is a mouth of the fish. So from this, they take it inside the water. So what is water? See here, the water is H2O, means here hydrogen plus oxygen makes the water. So they take in the water, and then after, the function of the gills is that they consume oxygen from the water, and the wastewater from that they take out from their body. So fish has not come to the surface of the sea or anything, pond, lake, to breathe. Okay, so they can live inside the water. So in that way they just breathe. Further we will see in the next class. So if we just take the skin, so we all know that the skin here, if we take the example of the frog, so frog, when it is on the land, it breathes through the lungs, and if the frog is inside the water, it breathes through the skin. Okay students, in further in this only we will see that the animals which can live on the land and on water, what are called that animals. Okay, so here moving further, so the another one, that is most plants prepare their own food okay, then after, animals cannot prepare their own food they feed on plants or eat other animals. Okay, so here our next point and the last point, and then after we will just finish this video and further we will see in the next class. So the last point, that is most plants prepare their own food. We all know that, as I have said earlier, that plants prepare their food by their own. The process of the name of this process, that is photosynthesis process, from which the plants prepare food. So water plus carbon dioxide in presence of sunlight produce the food and the side product, that is oxygen. So plants prepare their food by in this way. Then moving towards second, that is animal cannot prepare their own food. They feed on other plants or eat other animals. Okay, as the human cannot prepare their food by their own, in that way the animals cannot prepare their food by their own. They just take in the plants or eat some other animals. Okay students, so today is the first video, so I am just not giving any of the homework. From next video I will give the homework. Okay students, bye.